back.
All right. Hello.
Hello.
Ciao.
Hello.
Yeah. Is it just the three of us?
Well, people are getting in here.
Oh,
I see
all
Steve's
right.
here. Hi,
I
Steve.
see. Hey, Steve. Ciao. I see you.
Hi, everybody. This is
Ciao.
Laurel. Hi, Laurel.
We'll
Yeah.
we'll have a little
All right, guys.
warm up time here before we.
So we
Yeah.
got people. We
We.
got people on Facebook and people on YouTube right now. I would love
I
to see
just.
someone to YouTube make a comment.
Yeah. I just see the people. Hey, Karen. Martina.
Hey, Tracy's there on YouTube. Cool.
All the
Nice.
way from. We have some people from down under. Someone from down
Yeah.
under. What time is it there?
Martha's here. All right. Well,
We
here
are
we are. I'm
all
going to
over
leave it to you, Rocky.
all over the map. Hi. I'm a little
Ready to go,
nervous.
Rocky?
I am. I'm a little
Okay.
nervous and a little excited. I mean, I sort of prepared, but how are you ever really prepared for these kind of things? And if whoever's watching, maybe you see Nicola there. You all know Daniela and Michael, of course.
Oh.
But this is Nicola, who was beyond instrumental in putting this whole trip together. He's been the wingman and the inspiration as well, and having all the connections. And then why I'm getting like a Michael? Why do I only see me on the screen?
Because it's just you on the screen. Yeah.
What about you
Yeah.
guys? I need backup.
We are here. Don't worry.
All
Okay.
right, all right. I feel more comfortable with it, safer in numbers.
This is your show, Rocky. You and Nicola.
With Nicola. So Nicola is from Split and Zagreb, really, but he identifies more with. He spent some of his time in Zagreb, but he's about as authentic as he's about as Fativi as they get. So Fativi, for those of you who aren't familiar with the Croatian, it's really a Split word, right? It's like from just Split.
Yeah.
Yeah, which means like you're
Real local. Yeah.
the real local. Yeah, like you're indigenous to some degree to Split. So it's a local term. Which once everybody gets there, we'll make everybody Fativi, right? Everybody will
I'm
be
reading these
Fativi
comments.
when they get there. No, I'm not shy. And I
There you
normally
go.
don't dress like this. I just thought it was a special occasion, so I'm unapologetically wearing something nice. No, it's a big day for us, and it's a huge thing to, not only launch a new location, but launching in a new country is really spectacular. And just want to make kind of a blanket shout out to all the people that were instrumental in making this happen. And if there are any of my Split friends there watching this, thank you guys. We have a little group there. We have a gang group, whatever you want to call it, but it's just a great group of friends that all met at different times and from different places, and we've all just become really close friends. Nicola knows all of them as well, and a lot of them are sort of like expats. Some are actually Croatian but live somewhere else, and they've moved there. And you'll meet all these people when you come there. It's just an awesome group, and everybody's been great and super helpful with even just my living there, and having people to rely on and people that care about you is really a special and unique thing for somebody to experience when you're basically a foreigner. So just thank you to all of my friends there in Split, and I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. So why don't I let Nicola talk a little. Nicola, why don't you make a little introduction, and you could talk a little bit about Split if you want, and your experience there, and your family connections are there obviously, and just go with that.
Yeah, sure. So.
And where are you guys right now?
We are in Rome. That's
Yeah.
We have a lot. We can talk.
All right.
So, like Rocky already said, I spent part of my life in Split and part in Zagreb, in the capital of Croatia.
I will leave the scene just because now I don't want to see you. Just a moment. You take your moment here. So people can see how handsome you are.
Exactly. Thank you. So I was born in Split in 1999, and I didn't really live in Split for a long time. Already in 2003, me and my mom, we moved to Zagreb. You need to keep in mind that those were the years after the war, and the economy was just recovering, and the whole country was being everything was kind of new. So I moved to Zagreb, and in Zagreb I lived for full 15 years until 2018. And I always wanted to come back to Split. I always begged my mom, please, can I come back? I will live with my nonna. I will do this. I will do that. And I just couldn't because the school was in Zagreb, my elementary school, then later my high school. It was just easier to live in Zagreb. But I always wanted to come back. Always, always, always. And then in 2018, I went to study in Amsterdam, and it was great. But then in 2019, there was a possibility for me to finally come back. And I just said, after 15 years, I need to come back. I just feel this is the right moment. And now I've been in Split for 4 years, and it's great. I can't wait for all of you to come there so I can show you how amazing it is. And yeah, and then in 2000, when did we meet, Rock? In 2019?
2019, yeah.
Yeah.
2000, yeah.
So I mean, I am Fetivi. I am a local, but also my friends in Split, they make fun of me because my accent is from Zagreb. So with my heart and with everything, I belong to Split. But when I talk, I sound funny. My Croatian accent is from Zagreb. So whenever I walk in Split, people always say, "Are you from Zagreb? Are you from Zagreb?" And I hate when they say that. But it's
Oh my
just,
God, I was thinking the same thing when I met you. I'm like, oh my God, you must be from Zagreb.
yeah. People always make fun of me. They always ask me the same question. But it's fine. I learned to live with that. And then that's my kind of a life story, just real quick. And then in 2019, I came back to Split. And well, it was 2019 summer. I was working in a small bar in the center of
Yeah.
Split. Huh?
Enoteca. Of all things, it was an Italian Enoteca kind of.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
Italian place. So I was just working, and I guess, yeah, you just came there and we met, we started talking.
Mhm.
And I mean, just naturally, we started hanging out, become friends, and bit by bit, from a friendship, that everything like developed into something more. I mean, now this sounds like a love story, but I mean,
It is a love story. It's
yeah,
a bromance.
it's a bromance, yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we met, and I don't know, just over time, because I spent a lot of time in Croatia. It was during it was there pre-pandemic. I was there, and then because because this was can only stay a limited time in a foreign country. So I went to Montenegro, and for those of you that don't know, I was in Croatia a few months, and then went to Montenegro, and then we ended up coming back. It was during the pandemic, and Croatia was one of the countries that was really open to almost anybody if that had a negative test and all that. So we stayed there, and Nico and I were just he stopped working at that cafe. I think they were actually closed down for a bit. But anyway, no, we just started hanging out and meeting each other's friends and doing different things, and then just kind of relationship built from there, built from there, and we started talking about doing a trip there because you didn't. So Nicola didn't tell you that he studied in university, studied hospitality and tourism, and so it was like generally naturally inclined to be interested in what I do, what we do, and everybody knows I don't do anything. So, yeah. Interested in what our company does and the style of travel that we do, and it was just a natural progression from there. And then you came to Italy for almost a week on a trip, and then then he came to Portugal for a full week. And so just while you can understand what we do by looking at photos and videos and that type of thing, but until you actually like live a week or more and seeing what we do and how things go throughout the week, and keeping on course with an itinerary and schedules and whatnot. So until you actually do that, it's a little bit unknown. So he definitely got his feet wet. We had so I wanted him to meet Daniele also. So when I moved to Portugal, and we were figuring out how that move was going to go, Nicola actually flew to Nice, France, and met. Making a long story short, met Nicola and I met, and Daniele. We met in Nice.
I'm back right away.
Daniele and I drove there in a van with all my stuff that was in storage at the villa, and we drove in a van, met Nicola in Nice, and then that was the first time I think was that the first time you guys met in person?
Yeah,
It was.
Yeah.
I hear a story about him now when he say, "Oh, I met this guy Nicola. He's a great guy," and I imagine someone that Rogi really like. I imagine the opposite, which much similar than me. Then super nice when I met him. Yes.
Yeah. So then we had a nice road trip, and then if you know Victor from Portugal, he came and met us in San Sebastian, Spain, and we moved everything from one van to the other. And then Nicola and Daniele, they drove back to Italy together, and they had their own road trip after they dumped me off. But
now he liked me more than you. Now he liked me. You see, we are together in Rome.
Nicola, he's all yours.
No, he's a great kid. We spend time. That's important. I don't talk a lot, but that's also Nicola why he's in Rome, is because that to Croatia, with the feeling of you, telling everybody feeling of Rogi about is a great guy with a great mind, and he was another great adding this year to the family, adding to other people that join us. And so he will work in Croatia, but he will work also with us and with me, especially in the operation and other idea and project. We don't talk today, but that's why we are in Rome, and you will see some stories. We are going in Florence tomorrow and Venice. He's get oriented with Italy. We did a lot of steps. He worked a lot. And 30,000 steps only today and 25 yesterday. So anyway. Yeah, and that was great. You did a great job.
Yeah, and then what happened was what's that, Michael?
I just wanted to say there's a mention in the chat that I made that I said hi Milosevic, and Milosevic is actually a guy named Mislav, but he's Nicola's best friend, and he became my bro in Croatia, but I call him Milosevic. And he doesn't mind.
And by the way, it's true, because he brought what's a handsome young man. And the moment he took the screen, the view, the light, people were up, like going up. So it worked well.
Ciao, Mislav.
You guys want to show the video real quick?
Yeah, just was going to add one more thing. And then just to continue what we were doing was that Daniele actually came and we flew down to Dubrovnik, and Nicola drove down from Split. We met in Dubrovnik because there's other areas of Croatia that are interesting as well, and lots of things to do. We'll get to that another time. But we made our way back up to Split, and so Daniele's now had the experience, and then Michael and Paolo went, and so we've all had our own taste and slice of Croatia. And without further ado, Michael would like to show us a little video.
It's just a little 1-minute teaser, mostly from when I was there with Paola a few months ago, actually, and some Milosevic made, and some Rocky made. So just a kind of little teaser. Here we go. Ready?
Bojiš se da sreću neću naći, vjeruj, za nju ne treba mi vrać. Otvoreni dlan, vedre misli svaki dan. Doveše je, takav je moj plan. Znam da nisam ista kao ti. Nemam više zašto bježati. Oblak je moj dom, oblikujem ga po svom. Dosadno je kretati se tlom. Samo ovu pjesmu želim, samo ovaj ritam znam. Samo ovoj ludoj besmislici pripadam. Sve je crno, sve je bijelo, ali život nije siv. Sve je dobro dok si zdrav i dok si živ.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
Bravo.
Great
Bravo.
video.
So, yeah. So, what I'm going to say about this trip, because Rocky and Nicola and Daniele have a lot more to say about it than I do, but of all of the trips we've ever created, this is the one that is the most about the people of all of them. Okay. It's not as much cooking as we do in Italy. It's a little bit more on the level of Portugal cooking wise. And it's a little bit like Portugal on the people front. And it's all Nicola's really, really close friends, family. And what we realized is we're almost always eating at other people's houses. I mean, literally, at one guy's ranch that's a really close friend of Rocky's. We're doing cooking at Nicola's house. We're spending time with his family, with Mislav, with his family. We're having this wonderful dinner with them. It's all friends and family. And what I learned in Croatia is they're basically Italians that speak another language. Okay, they're just like Italians. And most of them speak Italian as well. And the most important thing, I mean, if I can give any thumbs up to Croatia, I will tell you their coffee is really good. Okay.
Yes.
That's my endorsement. Okay. So I'm going to give it back to you guys.
Good coffee. Good coffee is important. But it's also good
Unlike
wine.
Rocky.
Forget it. Stop.
I'm not going to compare their wine to like Piemonte or Tuscany, but
No. But they have
good
good
grappa.
wine.
Good grappa.
The rakia.
Yeah.
The rakia is
Yeah. And what I wasn't able to show in that video was the monastery. I didn't get very much horizontal video of that, but he is awesome. There's a monk at the monastery that is the coolest guy in the world, and I can't think of one person, you know. And I think my favorite people are actually Nicola's grandparents.
They're nice.
Literally fell in love with him, and so. It's amazing. This is going to be a trip to Croatia. If you've ever been to Croatia before, you will say, I've never been to Croatia before this, because it's nothing to do with the tourist Croatia. You know, it's really, really, we are staying in a hotel, but you really get the sense of being a local, and you will not be able to leave there without having really dear friends there. I mean, it's amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
And we also have one day that we kind of threw in, because outside of that area of Europe, we were very detached from the war that they had there. So we have some time that we actually, you'll get some interesting connection and understanding, because the war wasn't that long ago. It feels like yesterday, and it was a genocidal war, right? And they all lived through it. And it's very touching. I mean, really touching. Not in a negative way, because the Croatians are an amazing people. Okay. So, and Nicola, welcome aboard, dude.
Thank you.
I'm giving it back to you guys.
All right. So with that, the war segue, I don't know where to pick up from that, but I will continue along the lines of saying that this is a super immersive trip. It's about as immersive as it gets, and the things that we're going to be doing are all the things that the locals there do, places that the locals go, the foods that everybody eats there. And watching the video, I mean, the food is people aren't very familiar. Most people outside of Croatia aren't familiar with Croatian food, but it's really quite amazing, and we're going to be having lots of food and super delectable dishes. So just a little bit about the tour. Nicola, did you want to add something?
No, I just saw Doris, her comment. So Doris, she's Mislav's mom, and we will be.
Yes.
Hi, Doris. Ciao. Come stai?
Wait for us.
Mwah.
Hi, Doris.
I should say dobro veče. Dobro veče, everybody.
Nice to meet you, though. This won't meet.
Say hi to Niksha.
Yeah, met Niksha.
It's not como stai, it's kako si.
Kako si.
Kako si.
Yeah, but Doris speaks Italian.
Yeah. So really? I'm the only Asian person in Split that doesn't speak Italian.
I think so.
Sure, he is forced to do.
I am.
All right, so just a little brief, in case I know you're all interested in knowing like what we're going to be doing and whatnot. So yes, it's going to be super immersive. We'll have our arrivals in and out of Split Airport. Split Airport is very well connected, and it's only about 25-30 minute drive to the center of town. Our accommodations there are a beautiful hotel that is right adjacent to it's in one of the older neighborhoods of, I think it's like the oldest neighborhood outside the Diocletian Palace.
The oldest neighborhood, yeah.
Yeah, the oldest neighborhood in Split. Then we have the Diocletian Palace, which is right on the Adriatic Sea. And there's a boardwalk, they call it the Riva. And there's a boardwalk that is in front of the palace, and it's full of cafes and restaurants and stores, and it's and the palace is an amazing place in and of itself. It was a fortified palace built in like 300 AD by the Emperor Diocletian. More on that if you're interested. But then when you're out on the Riva, on the boardwalk, you look out and you just see ocean and sky, and the island of Brach and Sholta are just very close to Split, just off the coast. So you have these beautiful vistas. You can take a walk just up behind the hill up behind the hotel. The walk has a beautiful panorama of the town, and so it's a visually stunning place, as you'll see. But also, when you get into the little places and meet the people, they couldn't be more hospitable and more gracious. And it's even though that there is mass tourism there in the heat of the season during the summer, we're going to be going outside those places. But even with the mass tourism there is still a genuine graciousness with all the people, and they're not jaded by having people come. They're actually very appreciative of the guests that come there, because a lot of the economy depends on that as well. So, and they're making like great strides. And if you watch some of the news, it's become a huge destination for a lot of travelers, and a lot of people actually moving there and starting businesses. They're running their businesses there. So I think you're gonna find it's a very warm and welcoming place. It's a super safe city as well. Some people may have concerns, in traveling. It's completely safe there. It's like everybody knows each other. It's like a big small town. Everybody knows each other. Super safe. In fact, I read something not that long ago where they did this poll among women, and it was like the number 1 or 2 safest cities for women. If they're walking alone or whatever. So it's I will attest to the fact that it's just a completely safe and honorable place, because if anybody stole anything, somebody would know about it and they would beat their ass, I'm sure. Right. Anyway,
hold on really quick. I just want to know if a few people have asked questions. If you do have questions, throw them in the chat and we will answer them. So we're kind of watching for them. So just so you know, it's not going to just get forgotten. Okay.
So on the chat, Michael, Maggie's responding, right?
Maggie's in the background. Okay. And she's collecting questions, if there are any, and there are some right now. But we'll address the questions afterwards. Okay.
Yeah, we have a lot of comments going on. That's good. A lot of
yeah.
Hello, everybody. So just just a bit an overview of the itinerary, because some people I'm sure curious about what we're going to be doing. So yeah, so we're going to have cooking classes. We'll have a couple of sort of like formal cooking classes, and there'll be a couple informal type cooking experiences as well. But these will all be in private homes, so super casual and comfortable environment. The town of Split also is a great place for shopping. So if you want to do any shopping for yourself, there's plenty of stores and things like that. But there's also one of the fantastic places in Split is the open air market, which is called the Pazar, and all the locals shop there. And if you saw in the video, there was a older woman picking up some vegetables and things. That's the big open air market, and you can find just about anything there. There's also on another part of the town is a large it's a fish market.
Open market where everybody knows Rogi. That's something that impressed me when I arrived in Croatia. And you go and jump in the food market. I mean, it's a public food market, and people say Rogi, and then one guy from one called the other. Oh, it's Rogi back. I say, okay, that was the feeling. He's understanding. Everybody knows Rogi in Split.
Excuse me, if only I can interrupt for a second. Even when Daniela and Rocky came this summer, the three of us, we took a ferry to Vis, and there was a guy who knew Rocky on the ferry.
No, and he remember, and he told me, "Hey, Rocky," and he looked at me like, "Okay, hey," and he was someone from
the restaurant. Yeah, he was in a restaurant that he was from Bakra. He worked at Bakra. What can I say? I walk a lot. I walk around town a lot, and I shop a lot. So anyway, all right. So then, okay. So some of the other. So I mentioned the islands. Some of you might be familiar with the island of Hvar. Hvar has a town of Hvar spelled Hvar, but far, and it's not that far, but it's far. And anyway, so Hvar's a fairly popular destination for Croatia, people visiting there. But we're going to have a private type of experience there that Nikola can, and also when we go to Brač, the island of Brač as well, and Nikola can talk a little bit about that. Michael mentioned the visit to the historical town where was really the flashpoint for the Balkan War for independence. And we're going to be speaking with some people that had some firsthand knowledge of that and tell us about their experiences. Michael also mentioned the Serbian monastery that we're going to meet the head priest, head monk there is Sinisha. And he's just a character of a guy, but they're Orthodox monks and priests that they live there, and it's such a beautiful. The monastery is beautiful in and of itself, dating back I think to like the 15th century, and there's like amazing mosaics and tile work and gold and it's an amazing place to see. And there's the catacombs they have there as well. But the setting is beautiful. It's just on the outskirts of the Krka National Park, and the Krka River actually runs adjacent to this where the monastery is. And it's a beautiful setting. We're going to be having a lunch there.
Yeah.
We're going to visit. There's a winery that is not. I don't think it's on that day, but we'll have a winery visit. We'll do some drives along the coast. We're going to do a pottery class with Nikola's neighbor.
And babysitter when I was a baby.
And then we're going to do in Split, in and around that Pazar area, we'll walk around and we'll do a bit of a food tour and shopping. So it won't be like a super formal food tour type of a thing, but more like grabbing stuff along the way. Kind of like what we do in Sicily at the markets down there. But if some of you, if you saw the video, if you saw somebody putting the hot coals on something in a fire, That's called peka, and it's a bell. It's a bell. It's like it's kind of like the Croatian version of a tagine, but they actually cover the meat or whatever they're cooking it inside with the vegetables and potatoes, and or they'll do octopus is put in a pan, and then it's covered with a metal bell or a dome, I should say. And then they put the fire and the coals on top of it, and it cooks from the outside in, and is amazingly delicious. And we're going to be doing that with. Are we doing it more with Jelko or someone else? I know with Jelko for sure. The Jelko is the guy you saw with the white beard, and he's a close friend, and he's a character. He's an amazing guy, and he has amazing stories. He's traveled all over the place, and he's an awesome guy and good friend.
And he makes the best peka in the world.
He really does make great peka, and happy to do so. But no, so that's kind of like the gist of it.
And if any of you have been to Savannjana, he is the Croatian Scipio.
Yeah.
Yes, you remind me, Scipio. When I met the first time, you remind me.
Amazing.
And then so this is so it's falling in line with our other trips and everything. We're going to, everything's all inclusive once again. And then wow, it's all. Oh, and then I forgot about the beekeeper woman too.
And the Breskvice workshop with Nick Shadoris.
Right, with your friends. Yeah, we're gonna do a dessert class with the never say it. Breskvice.
But more than dessert, they really, they're friends of them. They're family experience, and this is something I can say that's impressed to me. Their comment right now, before we did everything, we just see them interact with us. That's very, very nice, and prove how great people they are in Croatia.
They are.
I was there. It was, I was new in the country when they bring me in August, and to see, and the impression I have, it was about really the great experience about the people we are going to meet. And like, this is a perfect example. It's, okay, we make something, we cook with them because we know you like to do, and it's a social way to stay all together. But it's also, I'm sure we'll have a great time with them.
No, it's and their home the view is incredible from their home, and they are just so damn sweet, so nice and funny. But the property is awesome too. And we can pick vegetables there and get eggs from the chickens, and it's a real, I don't know, super. It's like it is a backyard to table, seriously. So it's awesome. All right. So what? All right, Nicola, do you want to add anything about the trip or anything I may have forgotten?
Do you want me to explain some more about the islands or the people we're visiting? Some more details?
Oh, we do have a lot of questions.
Okay. We have a lot of questions. So we started answering some questions?
I think it might be a good idea.
Some are more like detailed for sure. We can afford also comment. Some are very good.
A lot of comments. Tons of comments. But there's also a bunch of questions.
Okay. Well.
Ready?
Ready.
Can I join?
Yeah.
Here she is. Without further ado.
We don't see
Hi.
her. Okay, there she is.
Hey, Maggie.
Hola.
Okay, I've been taking notes. I feel like the assistant taking notes of all the questions. So, Debbie wants to know how
I like this is cool. I really like this.
This is funny. Okay. Hi, everyone, by the way. Debbie wants to know...
Wait. The funny part is none of us are in Croatia.
No.
It's true.
I know, right?
or no, you guys are in Italy, though, but yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Debbie wants to know how this tour compares to Tuscany. I think it's a bit of a broad question, so maybe we can say how it compares to other tours or other itineraries.
Like our Storiano trip or the Chianti trip? very broad.
I can answer that. Not at all. It compares in absolutely no way with any of other trips, period. It is 100% different and completely unique.
But it's in a good way. I mean, you can.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, all our tour can be different because the people we meet in different region in Italy are different, and the people we meet in different country now are different in the way of culture. And our mission is always to give you the chance to experience what is real of that country, that people, and know what we think can work better for our product. So, on my perspective, and I'm talking like an Italian, then I didn't know about Croatia. I have to be sure. I've never been there. I knew from Rogi when he was going there to leave. And I went there with no expectation, really nothing. And I get the culture, and I get the food, and I get what these people has. So if you ask me how to go with Tuscany, you compare with some of the best tours and give you a real immersion in touch with people, like we have in other locations.
Can I add something?
Of course.
And even when we were creating the tour, and it took a while, I was. I mean, you need to keep in mind that Croatia doesn't maybe have the depth of the food like Italy does. It doesn't have the depth of the wines, different wines. We are a small country, so I was afraid if you will be able to experience this or that. But one thing is for sure, this trip is about the people and the families, because you will really meet my family, my nonna, mom, my beautiful girlfriend. And I say hi to Ani. Ciao, Ani, I love you.
She's a good dad, don't worry.
Her mother, Niksha, Doris, all the people I love in this world, you will be able to meet them.
Bravo.
Awesome. Yeah, and just talking about the development of the trip is amazing, because I just said, Nicola, and he said he made like all these plans to go meet all these people and to go all these different places. And we logged a lot of miles, and on, I would say air, but we didn't, but sea and land, on sea and land, and we had a good time doing it, but also, for as many great places as we found, there's a lot of things that, you can't fit everything into, but we put together an itinerary that is really great, amazing, kind of like snapshot and immersion into the lives of the locals there. And amidst the beautiful scenery and the backdrop, if you've seen pictures, I mean, it really is a visually beautiful place, because you have so much sea, and so much of the people's life is reflective of the sea and the lifestyle, with Pomalo, Lagano. So it has it has like a pace to it, it also has like an easygoingness to it. And one of the jokes they say is, so in Italy they would say domani, like tomorrow, but there they say sutra. It's like tomorrow, sutra. So they're like, yeah.
I'll also throw in, and then we'll go to the next one. It's, if it were at all similar to anything we do in Tuscany, we would not have gone forward with it. Okay. One of the things about the vision of the company is every one of our trip has to be totally unique. Everyone. So we're in Croatia, we're in a different country. We could have made it similar to what we do in Tuscany, but that would be fake, right? I honestly, before I went there, I was like, do we want to do Croatia? Well, I thought that about Portugal first, and then Portugal ended up being, oh my God. And then once we were there, I fell in love, and I just can't wait to go back. And it's nothing like any of our trips. It's no more like Tuscany than our Sicily trip is like Tuscany, or than our Barolo trip is like Tuscany. They're just all unique. And that's what makes them special.
And there's no creepy Tuscan trees.
No Sangiovese trees, right?
Actually, there are Cyprus there. Anyway, go ahead. All right, next. I hope that answered your question. I hope that answered Debbie's question.
Okay, Brian wants to know if we can find a link with the itinerary or a detail of the itinerary.
Not yet.
Okay.
There is an itinerary. I mean, we can.
We do have an itinerary. I mean, I have.
We can post one for download. Actually, we haven't created the website part of this yet, because the IT guy has been completely swamped with a ridiculous amount of work.
It's a monumental task as well. I mean, it takes a village.
It's putting it on the website is going to take some time, but we can create a PDF that you can download. But the website, that's probably going to be a little while. This is all about the inaugural trip. So, most of the time, whenever we've done an inaugural trip, we haven't had the website of it done. The website with all the pictures and videos and all of that stuff. But we should have it earlier in the year for sure. But we can totally put up a PDF.
Yeah, about who is interested in this, we can send.
Of course.
Information.
Of course, yeah. We have it, so there's that.
We know what we are going to do. That's the point.
We do. We do.
Linda wants to know how easy it is to fly to Split.
It's well connected. I mean, there's no direct flights there from the States, but it's well connected through Rome or through Frankfurt, I believe, through Amsterdam. I'm thinking of like some of the major hubs like that routes take from the U.S. But there's a direct flight from Amsterdam, right? Yeah. So I know like KLM and stuff flies there. But yeah, so from Paris, London, Amsterdam,
April until December, there's flights everywhere.
Frankfurt.
Yeah.
So get to any one of those like major hub cities. Yeah, but Zagreb doesn't have it. But I'm talking. Yeah, well, Zagreb you can fly through, but you'd have to fly somewhere first to get to Zagreb because there's no.
Oh, right.
I'm talking about like a one layover, right. And then two.
What I can say is from Rome, the flight is, you don't feel like you're in a flight. It's so quick. I mean, it's
5 minutes.
Croatia is so close to Italy. I mean, from Rome to Split, as a crow flies, is less than from Rome to Siena. It's ridiculously close. If there was a bridge between the mainland in Italy, Croatia and Italy, it would be like a 4-hour drive from Rome. Yeah.
And also Dubrovnik has direct flights with some American towns, and then from Dubrovnik to Split, it's only 20 minutes with the.
It's also only 20 minutes from Rome. So yeah. Okay.
Okay. Laura wants to know if there's going to be another Croatia trip in 2024.
Who knows? Michael, no. Michael, what are you doing? We don't know.
I'm saying yes. I'm saying yes. I know we don't know yet.
This is the.
Well, there's probably. It's.
We don't know. We have to talk with your
TBD. Yeah, we're working with the hotel. So I did see a question about the name of the hotel is called Hotel Stine, S-T-I-N-E.
Yeah, Residence Stine.
Residence Stine.
Residence. How do you spell it?
S-T-I-N-E.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in the center.
Yeah, it's really. It actually. I was actually surprised how nice it was. It's right there. I mean, you're like a 1.5-2 minute walk from the main square of Split, and the rooms are absolutely beautiful. I would say that it reminds me a lot of where we stay in Porto now.
Yes, to me,
the new place in Porto. Yeah. The one thing, like, we take it over. So when we're there, it's ours. There's, we basically, it's only got 10 rooms?
9 rooms.
Yeah. So.
Talking about the hotel, Cindy wants to know if we can book pre and post
I
vacation
think
night.
that probably we will end like we do in Portugal because we have all the rooms, and to avoid people then right before to change room, I mean, we can assign the same room for the entire stay. So yes, as for now, if someone need, they can contact us. We will help. Nicola will help with that.
Okay. Next, Cindy Perry wants to know what's the weather gonna be like during.
What she say?
Gonna be amazing, and hair dryers. Are there hair dryers in the room? I believe so.
Lee wants to know if we're gonna be able to accommodate dietary restrictions.
Yeah, I mean, depending on what they are, we usually can. Depends on the diet, but typically we can. You know, if it's a vegetarian, I mean, if it's like a strict vegan kind of a diet, that's not so easy to do. But like if it's gluten free, or non-dairy, that's doable.
Yeah.
But like, or a vegetarian diet is doable. But like a strict kosher diet, for example, is
No.
not doable.
We can do that anywhere.
Yeah.
Sorry, go.
No, I mean, if they have something specific as far as dietary restrictions, let us know, and we'll let you know.
Cindy Arod, I don't know how you prefer to pronounce her last name. She wants to know what the group size is going to be.
Same group size as usual. 14. That's.
Is it filled yet? Carol asks.
We don't know.
I don't know. It's live. Is the link is live? We can check.
The link is live, yeah.
Yeah, the link is live. I keep on sharing it, by the way.
Wait, did you make it visible, Michael?
Yeah. It was the first comment, and I keep on sharing it whenever somebody
I haven't
else.
done that yet.
Yeah, well, it's not visible on the website, but the link works.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, the link works.
Yeah, it does.
It does?
We have
Yeah, because it's the direct link, Rocky. It's the one that bypasses the visibility.
Right, the one that I sent you.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Because I tried it. Okay, great.
So Heidi wants to know if the price on the reservation link is already with the alumni discount, or if it will be added, or how does that work?
What was the question of the alumni discount?
If the price on the reservation link is
It's
already with the discount applied.
Yeah, it is, because it's a launch week price. So it's already like heavily discounted.
Yeah, it's discount.
Oh, yeah.
And pair it to the other vacation of the season. Just cost. It's of course it's discounted, but just include the alumni discount.
Sorry, I didn't understand that part. You add the alumni discount to that one, or?
No, it's included.
It's included because it's alumni only.
Yeah,
Okay,
the price.
Okay, Brian wants to know if we spend any time in
Also
Dubrovnik.
because, sorry, it's alumni only week. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the price. It's baked in. We do not go to Dubrovnik. Okay, Dubrovnik is too far away for us to concentrate on the stuff we want to concentrate and split. And honestly, Dubrovnik,
It's a bell. It's kind of like the Croatian bell.
we lost something.
we did.
What was that?
I don't know.
That was me, sorry.
Ah, okay. So no, I was starting to say that Dubrovnik is far enough away to not be doable unless we made it an extremely strenuous day trip. So we decided, no, we're going to focus around Split and the area around there. And if somebody wants to do a few extra days, it's super easy to get between Split and Dubrovnik. I will tell you, if you've never been to Dubrovnik, it's a great place to go for a day.
Yes.
Yeah, a day.
It's Croatia's Positano.
Yeah, it's Croatia's Positano. So.
Okay, I have one last one. Kim wants to know about the strenuous activity.
Yeah.
I got more.
About what activity?
It'll be it's a fairly active trip.
Okay.
It's not like stairs like Amalfi is, but it's still, good health and physicality will be necessary because we're going to be getting on and off of boats and doing some walks. There's a bit of walking in some of the excursions, like when we go to the islands and a couple other places. I mean, once again, it's not like strenuous, but you still have to have be physically able to walk up to maybe three or more miles a day. Not all at once, but so I hope I answered that. No stair climb. No bike.
Very easy.
No.
The city is basically flat, so the city is easy. I mean,
yeah.
Some excursion required, but staying in the city is not like some town up to the hill. Or it's basically flat.
Yeah.
Okay. So hold on. There we go. There's one for Daniele. Do you see it, Daniele?
No, it's not dangerous at all.
Okay.
Stop it.
So we all have our catchphrases.
Go ahead.
You said Daniele's catchphrase is, I don't know, it's dangerous, or it might be dangerous.
I never say that. That's something that comes between you and this kid.
Nicola, Rocky, Maggie, how often does he say it? All the time.
Today I heard it at least 10 times.
Come on.
Okay.
This could be dangerous. For real. It will arrive in a moment, then we close this line. Then you are here with me
to my room.
And you don't run to your room. No.
I'm going to mute you, Daniele. Okay. I'm going to mute you. All right, so I will tell you guys exactly why there's even any talk about anything strenuous. There was something that we had discussed doing on the trip that got vetoed, and I unvetoed it. And there's this really cool submarine tunnel. It's an old Soviet submarine bunker, and I saw a video of Nicola and a bunch of friends having a barbecue in the submarine tunnel with this water outside that is just to die for. And you got to get there by boat, and it's this really cool location. It's like, I looked at it, and they were swinging from a rope, and I'm talking to Nicola when we were out there, and I'm like, why aren't we doing this? And Nicola's answer was, and I quote, Daniele thought it might be too dangerous.
No, that's not true. That's not true. You're lying. Well, that's not a good way to start working with me.
And then I'm telling you, hey, transparency, okay? And I'm like, why is it dangerous? And Nicola said, well, there's a ladder to, get from the boat up to the platform, and it might be hard for some people to get up. And I think that's where Cindy's comment comes from, which was, where does the rickety ladder come into play? That's where the rickety ladder comes into play. And I looked at photos and I looked at videos, and I'm like, what's the problem? It looks like it's 3 or 4 rungs of a ladder. And
it's actually not a ladder. You just step from the boat, you step outside.
Whatever. If somebody has a problem, we'll give them a hand.
I'll tell you something. It's the way that he told me the story, because he's worse than me. That's why I like
Probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, Paula and I struck a veto on that. Okay. And so we're going there. So that's the only thing that, well, that might be strenuous. Then there's the day that we're going up.
And the walking also to get, yeah.
When we go,
alternative, don't worry.
When we go to Brač, right?
The submarine base is on Brač, and then when we go on Hvar, Daniela and I, we figured out We
figured out solution if someone doesn't walk. But anyway, some excursion will require skill. I mean, walking, but not every day, and then especially
not even close to Amalfi. I mean, not even in the same atmosphere as Amalfi. I would say it's closer in strenuous activity. Maybe closer to Soriano. Yeah.
And of course we have boat excursion, so you need to like.
Yeah, Bob, Daniele, Life without risk is like bread without sale.
Okay, Bob. That's Bob. Bob, don't tell. I like risk. I do risky sports. I do a lot of stuff. That's not true, Bob. Okay, Bob. I wait you in Croatia. We'll see.
Oh.
I saw another question a moment ago.
Yes,
On YouTube.
Justin
Is there
asked
island-
if there's island time. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Havar and Brach.
Moving towards. Yes.
Well, wait. I'm not sure if the
Yes,
question.
she's right. You're bully. You're
What's that?
bullying.
We're not sure if we're reading the correction correctly. Is there island time on this tour? Does this mean is there time on islands, or are we living by island time?
It's both. It's actually both.
Okay, actually both. Yeah. So that's an affirmative, Justin.
Yes, yes, and yes. Well, we have bookings already, and we don't need to mention names because you guys know who you are.
Good job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So so without further ado, because
Brian and Sharon have a special message for Nicola.
Yeah.
I have to do this.
Split.
See you in Split.
And Daniele Inez has a good one.
Yeah, I just saw that. Thank you, Ines. Ines, I'm loving all you love. Okay, I'm taking note of all these people. Don't worry.
Oh, so now everybody wants to go and host in Croatia now?
Milosevic, I agree. I can't wait.
So
Mislav,
yeah.
I don't know you, but we'll see. I climbed the rope.
He does. So Mislav, he does all the crazy stuff.
Okay, let's open a challenge for him in Croatia. If you climb a rope, as I can do, and then you talk.
We don't climb rope. We just swing like Tarzan.
No, that's not right. That's the big.
All right. Since this is our launch, I don't have a boat.
Okay. Oh, it's going out of control. Okay, that's it. We have nothing lost. We have nothing.
So you have nothing? There's no mini bar? Michael, do you have? Michael doesn't. But
no,
congratulations, everybody that had a hand in this. And this is an amazing. I use that word a lot, but it's true. It is. It's an amazing thing what we're doing here and doing this whole launch. It's one of those moments that we get every once in a while that are truly memorable and special. And so congrats. And,
Country for free.
I salute Givoli. I salute and I toast all of you. So
you're drinking alone. That's
it happens. But I'm sure there's somebody else out there who might be drinking besides me. So cheers to all of you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think we got another question.
The bottom of my heart.
Hold on. We just got another question that I'm looking for. Hold on.
You know, I like this question moment. I mean, maybe
this is important. Okay, so Carol's asking if we're going to be there. Me, Paula, Rocky, Daniele will all be there on the launch week. And I think Nicola will be there too.
I hope so.
Yeah, I don't know about Stefania. Is Stefania coming? She can't come.
She's sleeping now. I mean, no, I don't know.
Okay.
Michael, do you wanna reveal who's the mascot for this trip?
Oh, that's a good
Which
point.
animal?
Did we pick one?
The mascot, the pets of the week.
The pet.
I don't remember. What did we choose?
Ugly.
Ugly, yeah.
Oh, ugly, yeah.
We have a picture of our mascot.
Oh, I've got to find a picture of him. You put me on the spot, dude. Yeah, hold it up on your phone.
Wait, where is Michael?
Oh, that's good.
When he's learning.
Yeah.
You can.
We'll have to get a little.
Rocky does love mascots. We lost the mascots for a while, and a lot of people were asking about them, so we brought them back.
Ugly.
Ugly. And his name is Ugly, spelled AGLI.
He's learning for an exam.
Okay.
No, it's looking at the itinerary.
He is actually the coolest dog. He's my buddy.
Yeah, there is a
right.
picture of you sleeping.
George is gonna get jealous, Michael.
And Mislav Milosevic is taking care of him, so thank you once again.
Thank you, Milosevic.
Milosevic. Really, you call Milosevic?
I don't call him Slobodan.
Oh,
I just call him Milosevic.
Wow, a lot of people. Hey, Laurel.
Yep. All right, you guys want to close this one out?
Yeah, let's do that. Thank you, everybody, for joining us and for your bookings already. And this is an amazing thing. We definitely have to look into another week this year. Besides, we do have a private group coming later in the year, but that's a different deal. But yeah, thank you guys, and thanks for listening. And once again, putting all this together.
Who's the girl of the question? Let's say you have her with Maggie. She can say goodbye, everybody. Okay.
Hey.
Let's say so. Fala vam. Živeli and fala vam. Fala vam is thank you very much in Splitski, no, in Croatian. Because Splitski has their own language.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, you guys. Bye, everyone. Thanks so much.
Do you have now a special after to say goodbye? Some special video, Michael? Like to?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
You ready for it?